everybody? Dylan Marco here. I'm going to give you my 2019-2020 NFL playoff predictions for this year's playoffs. First two games, actually. We're going to start with an AFC for the wild card. New England versus the Tennessee Titans. That's a mismatch. Even though Ryan Tannehill is playing pretty good this season, but I just think it's a mismatch all around. You don't bet against Tom Brady in the playoffs, because we don't know what he can do in the playoffs, and especially since it's just Tom Brady. It's New England. It's Tom Brady. It's the playoffs, and we've rarely seen them in the wild card. So I'm going with New England. Next one is the Texans and the Bills. I'm gonna go with the Texans just as an easy pick because I don't trust the Bills at all. I mean, their defense is pretty good, but Deshaun Watson and the Texans are just flat out better. So that's mine. So I got the Chiefs taking on the Patriots and the Ravens taking on the Texans in the division round. We got the next two matchups in the wild card will be on Sunday, this coming Sunday. The last two I just did were going to be this Saturday. So the next two NFC wild card matchups are my Philadelphia Eagles taking on Seattle. We already played Seattle once this season. They beat us 17-9. I know we're beat up, and I know Seattle is kind of hot. Even though they'll come off a loss to the rivals in the 49ers, but I do believe yes we're hurt, and I think we could put up a good fight. I'm not gonna be biased. In my heart I want us to win. In my heart I'm picking us to win, but right now I'm not gonna be biased for this video. I'm gonna go Seattle will win by a field goal. They'll beat us by a field goal. And so the next matchup is New Orleans and the Vikings. Now, the last time these two teams played in the playoffs, we know what happened with Stephon Diggs and that ridiculous catch. But I'm going to go with the Saints because they're just red hot, and I don't trust the Vikings at all. So I got the Saints winning that game. I got the Seahawks winning, even though in my heart I want the Eagles to win. So Seattle will play San Fran, and Green Bay will play the Saints in the divisional round matchups next week. All right, on to the divisional round for the AFC. We're going to go first game of the divisional round for the AFC, Chiefs and Patriots. Now, these two teams played last year in the AFC Championship game, and I picked the Chiefs to win that last year, and they didn't, and I'm picking the Chiefs again because I don't want to see Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I don't want to see him in the AFC Championship. I don't want to see him at all, okay? That's just how I am. I don't want to see him in deeper in the playoffs. It's just annoying. So I got the Chiefs winning that game. And Ravens versus Texans, I'm going to go Ravens because they're just my favorite. They're just the favorites for everybody. I love seeing Lamar Jackson do what he does best, is running the ball, making people fall, making it fun, making it electrifying. So I'm going to pick the Ravens because the Ravens and Texans both played already this season, and the Ravens just destroyed them. And I think they'll destroy them again. So AFC Championship matchup, Ravens versus the Chiefs. Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes is what we all want, and is what we will get because that is my AFC Championship game prediction. All right. NFC divisional round prediction. First one is Seattle and San Fran. It's a rematch of just last week, and I still think Seattle will not win. I truly believe Jimmy Garoppolo and the Niners are they're too hot right now. They're too hot. They're too unstoppable, and I got them beating. I got San Fran beating the Seahawks in the division round, and I got Green Bay beating the Saints because I think it's two very good teams. I just think Aaron Rodgers is gonna play Drew Brees. I think the defense for Green Bay is gonna stop Drew Brees. So I got NFC Championship game, the Niners taking on Green Bay in the NFC title game the week after. AFC Championship game on the line. We got the Ravens taking on the Chiefs. And this is just my prediction who I think will be in the AFC Championship game. and I'm gonna go with the Ravens because honestly, let's be honest, when these two teams played last time early in the season, it was like week 4, week 3. Yeah, the Chiefs were dominating the Ravens. The Ravens did come back, but they were dominating the Ravens because the Ravens were still molding, shaping this new offense that they're just killing everybody with. And I think Lamar Jackson is having one hell of a season. He's unstoppable. He is the MVP of the league, and he will take his team to the Super Bowl. Was it February? I forget. It's sometime in February in Miami. But I honestly just think it's gonna be one hell of a game. It's gonna probably have the most views. Everyone's gonna watch that more than an NFC Championship game, just because it's Patrick Mahomes, it's Lamar Jackson. We've all wanted to see that. We saw it once, but we want to see it in the playoffs, and we will get that because I am predicting those two will face off, and I predict Lamar Jackson will beat Patrick Mahomes this time in the rematch. NFC Championship game, Niners taking on Green Bay. This is just heavyweight battle. Two classic teams. This is gonna be an old-fashioned beatdown. It's gonna be a ground game. Run the ball a lot. Beat your opponent down. But I like the Niners in this one. Personally, I just think the game being in San Fran, having Green Bay coming to San Fran, having whole state of California behind you, that's crazy. It's just unstoppable. I just think with Jimmy Garoppolo, his team being hot, red hot, and just everything about the Niners are just unstoppable. The offense is amazing. Defense is crazy. They're on fire, and they will continue to be on fire. Even with Aaron Rodgers coming into town for the NFC title game, I truly believe they will do what they did last time when they played the Packers, is destroy the Packers. They will beat the Packers in convincingly fashion. They will destroy them. They will meet up with Lamar Jackson in Miami for the Super Bowl in February. I still don't remember the date, so forgive me. So my Super Bowl prediction as of right now, Ravens taking on the Niners, a rematch of 2012. All right, Super Bowl, I predict it to be San Fran and the Ravens back in the rematch of 2012 Super Bowl. And this is going to be a tough one. I picked the Niners to take over the NFC in the playoffs. I picked the Ravens to take over the AFC in the playoffs. So, this is hard. I'm just gonna go Ravens. I'm gonna say Ravens in a close one. Two good, solid young QBs, of course. But Lamar Jackson, like I've said before, is unstoppable. He is this generation's Michael Vick. He is a freak of nature. You tell me one defense that can stop him. If he can run all over Bill Belichick and the Patriots, what? I mean, come on. This dude is ridiculous. He's got video game type numbers. He's playing like he's in Madden, like real life Madden. It's ridiculous. He's doing things that no one could ever think of, and doing it in a real game. But him and that offense is just too ridiculous. They can hit you with a read option, hit you with a halfback draw, play action, anything. They can hit you with two quarterbacks and a running back in the backfield. It's just crazy. I think that offense is too overmatched for the Niners' defense. So I predict Ravens 31, Niners 28. So Ravens 31, Niners 28. Ravens win their third Super Bowl. So that is my playoff prediction. I predict the Ravens to win the whole thing, and I predict them to beat the Niners in this year's Super Bowl. That is my NFL playoff prediction, like I just said. But so yeah, if you're new to the channel, this is my first video, so bear with me, please. So if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Comment what you think your prediction is and who you think will win the Super Bowl. So that's all for now. Should be another video coming soon, hopefully. I'm gonna figure out more ideas what to do. So yeah, just for as of right now, see y'all later.